Hi, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right. So before we move into the book, can you please tell me, tell us about Margaret Rose and what is your relationship with Margaret Rose?
Well, I am here to represent Margaret Rose, the author of the book titled Corruption in the Division of Correction. Margaret Rose is a first-generation Nigerian who grew up in America. She's currently doing her master's in Homeland Security and Criminal Justice. She obtained a bachelor's degree in Criminal Justice and Forensic Investigation, and also an associate degree in Law Enforcement and Correctional Administration. As we already know, she was a former correctional officer, DNA collector, project manager, and statistic data analyst for DPSCS.
That's interesting. That's good.
Thank you.
So, now can you tell us about the book, Corruption in the Division of Correction, written by Margaret Rose? Just tell us a little bit of overview about the book so the audience can understand more about this book.
Okay. Margaret Rose, when she was a correctional officer, she was victimized inside the corrupt system of DPSCS. Her book equally captured the false medical documentation in which was made against her by the state medical director, also the illegal termination from the state service, intentionally denying of job opportunities, paycheck interference, and other inhumane treatment she encountered. She mentioned to me that because of the long-term traumatized injury she sustained, the doctor indicated that she need a therapy in order for her to heal.
So I do see that Margaret Rose actually worked in correction facility between the range of 2015 to 2019. So can you just give us a little bit of what Margaret Rose actually discovered through her victimization during that time frame?
During the encounter of those years and victimization, she was surprised to know that other officers are equally being victimized, but they are so afraid to speak up or even reach outside source for help because to her, she believed that they had been brainwashed not to fight the system or the government. So that was like a mind-blowing thing that she discovered.
Interesting. Okay, so reading through the book, I saw a lot of highlights about the book, which were kind of catching to me. And so the question I just want to ask you right now is, so what inspired her basically to write in this book, and how did she come about the title? Because the title is quite catching. So just give us a little bit about it.
She was able to get inspired during the midst of what she believed to be the ending point of her life. That period was when the DPSCS headquarters were forcing her to resign or get fired or to accept that she do have medical disability in which she did not have. So she believed that everything she had worked for in America is about to end. She cried out to God in heaven and asked them for help. So her book was the beginning and the divine intervention of her prayer. So that's how her motivation and the book came about. The ending point that she believed was ending became the new beginning of her life of becoming a writer. The inspiration came from a divine interception of her to write a book, and the title came also from the divine.
Question I just want to ask you is, what made Margaret Rose to break the code of secrecy and silence and spoke up?
Well, that was a good question. I asked her myself the same question, and she told me first that a lot of things has gone wrong inside the system that is going unreported, and she believed that enough is enough. A lot of people are being hurt in the system. A lot of innocent correctional officers are being framed up with fake medical documentation. Officers are sent home illegally fired, They think that something is medically wrong with them, but in reality, nothing is wrong with them. The other counterparts of other officers are being framed up and going to jail for a crime they did not commit under the Department of Public Safety. So she said enough is enough.
What made Margaret Rose choose the option of writing the book of her victimization inside the system rather than going through the legal system? Because I was made to understand that we have a lot of legal system out there that could actually help her with the process. So why decide to write a book about her victimization?
After she was stripped of everything she had worked for in America, she had no other choice, no resources to get a lawyer to represent her. And even if she managed to, she equally believed that she did not stand any chance of winning her case in the court because the state and DPSCS do have a lot of lawyers that will fight to cover up the injustice and the inhumane treatment. So she decided to write a book to inspire all the people whom are going through or have went through what she went through, that there's still help out there.
That's quite impressive. Now, this brings us on to a different dimension of the question. Aren't Margaret Rose afraid that she's stepping on different toes, because it seems like the book is going against the Department of Correction system, and she might be stepping on different toes, and she could be retaliated upon or retaliated against either by destroying her career as a person, pursuing herself in the industry, or rather inflicting body harm that could get her being hurt?
In her interpretation of the question, she believed that somebody have to do it, and she did not mind being that person that would do it, even if it take for her to lose everything, including her life. She equally encountered that she has been blackballed from getting a job in the field in which she studied, which was criminal justice. And also, a death threat has been made on her life. More than 4, 5 death threats, and none of them were successful. And also retaliation, they illegally fired her from state service, labeling her to be crazy, with her name plastered everywhere in the Baltimore downtown jail.
Wow, that's quite a lot going on. Okay, so what is the inspiration of Margaret Rose about this book, and what does she hope to help the readers out there because to actually pick from this book? Now, the reason why I'm asking this is that we have a lot of audience out there that are actually, or they might be going through what she went through, and so what does she have to tell them, and what can they actually pick out from this book that could help them speak up when they're going through this kind of a situation that she actually went through?
Well, her inspiration is for people to stand up and fight for what they believe in, even if it meant fighting alone. Fight for what you believe in. And also, she wants her readers to know that correctional officers are human beings. They're not statistics. They're not numbers. They're not paycheck. They're not bodies. They're human beings. And showing a little bit of kindness to an officer will go a long way in the manner in which she will do her job or his job. Just a little bit of kindness.
That brings us to a different closing to this book. And is there anything else you would like to add, or you would like to tell us more about this book and what Margaret Rose would love to include in this book?
She wants the readers to go and get the book because everybody have the right to be informed. And rather than letting people tell you about the book, read the book for yourself.
It's good to have you right here.
The same here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.